Good morning, children. This is KG Misra with the next video of physics of class 10th, that is electricity, of chapter electricity, is here in front of you. But before starting the topic, let me tell you that please take care of the lockdown rules. Be safe, keep your family safe, and you must wear mask when you are moving out or anything. Okay, you must not go out unless it is very much necessary. Okay, it is very much required, because if you are safe, only then you can have a brighter future, and for a brighter future you must continue your studies properly. Okay, children, so today's topic is combination of resistors. Now resistors can be combined in two ways. First is series combination and second one is parallel combination. Okay, now what is series combination? Let us discuss that first. Okay, so I'm going to remove this parallel combination so that we can discuss the series combination. Okay, now see what is series combination. Start writing first. Okay, the combination of resistors in which same current passes through all the resistors. So what is the first condition? Same current passes through all the resistors and potential difference across them may be different. Okay, it may be different, it may be same. Okay, that's why we are using the word may be different, and they are connected end to end. They are connected end to end is called series combination. So what is series combination? The combination of resistors in which same current flows through all the resistors, the potential difference across them may be different, and they are connected end to end is called series combination. So how it look like? See, like it's like this. This is one resistor, this is another resistor, and this is another resistor. So we have taken three resistors. Let their resistances be R1, R2, R3. Okay, and let us connect them through a battery. Okay, this is the positive terminal of battery, this is negative. Here we can have a key which is closed. This is key K. Okay, here potential difference you have applied, that is V. So what will happen? Some current will flow. Suppose that current flowing through this is I. So same I will pass and reach here. Same I will pass through this, and same I will pass through this. So according to our statement, same current is flowing through all the resistors. Okay, and potential difference applied over here is V. Now, what is the potential difference across this? Suppose that potential difference across this is V1. We don't know it. Okay, so we can find out the potential difference across all the resistors using Ohm's law. So what we can write, according to Ohm's law, what we can write? Suppose potential difference here is V1. So what we can write? V1 is equals to IR1. Okay. Let the potential difference across this resistor is V2. So what we can write? V2 is equals to IR2. Suppose the potential difference across this resistor is V3. So what we can write? V3 is equals to IR3. Okay. Let us take a single equation. Equation number 1. Now, just tell me one thing. Total potential we have applied how much? V. Total potential difference we have applied, that is V. And potential difference across different resistors are V1, V2 and V3 respectively. Okay. So can we write that V1 plus V2 plus V3 is equals to V? It is, see, it is something like that, no? Suppose you are three brothers and sisters in your family, and your father has brought, suppose, uh, 50 bananas, okay? The eldest one add 20 bananas, okay? Or suppose elder one has add 15 bananas, okay? How many are left? 15 add, then 35 is left. The second one has add, suppose 20 bananas, okay? So third one will get how much? 15. So if you will add them, then what you will get? Whatever father has brought. So this is the father has brought, the total potential difference. And these are the bananas which you have had, your elder brother has had, and the second brother has had. Okay, you, second brother, and eldest brother. Okay, when you are going to add them, you will get the total number of bananas which your father brought. It's like that only. So that is the potential difference supplied by the battery, and these are the potential differences which is being used by the different resistors. So obviously, total used equal to total supplied. It cannot be more than that. It cannot be less than that. Okay. So what we get from here, we can get the another equation, that is V1, sorry, V is equals to V1 plus V2 plus V3. This is equation number 2. Okay. So we got the second equation, V is equals to V1 plus V2 plus V3. Okay. Now we have to move ahead now, so that I have to rub this. Okay. From equations 1 and 2, what we can write? From equations 1 and 2, what we get? We have to put the values from equation 1 into 2. Okay. So we will get V is equals to, V1 is how much? IR1. V2 is IR2. And V3 is IR3. That's what we get. Now I'm going to remove this all. Okay. I'm going to remove the circuit diagram also, because you might have drawn it. Okay. Now from here what we can get? V is equals to, I is common, R1 plus R2 plus R3. This we get. Okay. Let us mark this equation number 3. Okay. Now, let the equivalent resistance, okay, let the equivalent resistance of combination be RS. Why I am writing RS? Because this is series combination. What is the meaning of equivalent? Equivalent means whatever effect all the three resistors together in that combination are producing in that circuit. Okay, the same effect if the single resistor is producing, then whatever its value is there, that is called equivalent resistance. Again I am repeating, whatever effect all the three resistors together in that combination are producing in that circuit, same effect if a single resistor produces, then the value of the resistance of that resistor is called equivalent resistance. So what we have taken, let the total resistance of the circuit be RS. Okay. Now if the total resistance is RS, what is the total potential difference applied in the circuit? It is V. What is the total current flowing in the circuit? That is I. So according to Ohm's law, what we can write? Therefore, according to Ohm's law, we can write what? V is equals to I RS. V is the total potential difference, I is the total current of the circuit, and RS is the total resistance or equivalent resistance of the circuit. Once you have written this, now get equation number 4. Okay. Now from equation 4 we have to put the value of V in equation 3. So what we can write? From equations 3 and 4, what you will get? At the place of V we have to put IRS. So we can put IRS is equals to I here R1 plus R2 plus R3. Okay. So can we cancel I? We are left with RS is equals to R1 plus R2 plus R3. Okay. We will left with, I can write here, what we can write, RS is equals to R1 plus R2 plus R3. Okay, this is the formula for series combination. Now see how the series combination is helpful to us. Why we need this at all? Suppose you require you are constructing a circuit. Okay, in that circuit you require a resistance of suppose 20 ohm. Okay, but you don't have 20 ohm resistor with you. You have got suppose all 5 ohm resistors. Then what you will do? In that case, you can connect them like this. This is 5 ohm. This is also 5 ohm. This is also 5 ohm. This is also 5 ohm. So how much you will get? What you can write? RS. It is series combination. So you can write 5 plus 5 plus 5 plus 5. So what you will get? That is ohm. So 20 ohm you will get, and that you can connect in the required circuit. So series combination increases the value of resistance. Okay. So if you have small resistances of smaller values, okay, then you can combine them in a series combination to get the resistance of higher values. Okay, and you can use it. That is all about the series combination. Now one more thing is there. Suppose these resistors are connected in series, okay, and see here they are connected in series. You have connected like this, and they are connected to a battery like this. They are connected to a battery, okay, through a key. Okay, obviously this is positive, this is negative. Current is flowing like this. Okay, if one of the resistance is blown off, then what do you think? Circuit is not complete. Circuit is open. Excuse me. When the circuit is open, then what will happen? Will the current will flow through the circuit? Not at all. You might be thinking, why sir has removed this resistance only. Okay. Suppose this resistance is not removed. I am going to remove this resistance. Still, you can see the circuit is open. It is not closed. When it is not closed, then no current will flow. So this is the problem with the series combination. That in series combination, if one of the electrical component, it's not the resistance, it may be bulb, it may be fan, it may be anything. Okay, fridge, washing machine, AC. If one of them is blown off, then what will happen? The circuit becomes incomplete. And once the circuit becomes incomplete or open, then what happens? No current will flow. So other devices will also not work. And that is the, we can say, lacuna, okay, or that is the problem, or that is the, we can say the problem with the series combination of resistors, okay, or series combination of devices. It is not for resistors, it is for all the devices also. In series combination, if one of the devices is blown off, suppose you have connected 3 bulbs in series, one bulb is blown off, then what will happen? The circuit will become disconnected and other bulbs will also not glow. Okay, so next is parallel combination. Okay, next is parallel combination. Now what is parallel combination? Start writing. The combination of resistors in which potential difference across each resistor is same. Potential difference across each resistor is same. And current flowing through them may be different. Okay, current flowing through them may be different. And This type of current flowing through them may be different, is called parallel combination of resistances or resistors or devices. Okay, so what is parallel combination? Parallel combination is that combination in which what we find the potential difference across each device or each resistor is same. First thing. Second thing, the current flowing through them may be different. It may be same also. When it will be same, obviously when all are offering same resistance. All the devices offer resistance like fan, tube light, okay, this bulbs, LEDs, okay, inverters, or this televisions, okay, ACs, washing machines, fridges, they all offer resistance, okay. So what happens? Current through them is different, but if their resistances are same, then same current will flow through them. Okay, so you can see here, I'm going to take 3 resistors here. This is one resistor. This is another resistor. You can see. And this is third resistor. You can see. And these all are connected with a battery like this. Okay, this is the positive terminal of battery, this is negative. You can see I'm going to draw here key. This is the key which is closed. Okay, let the resistance of this resistor is R1, resistance of this resistor is R2, and resistance of this resistor is R3. Okay, obviously suppose some current I will start from here. The same I will reach till here. Once the current is reaching over here, what will happen? Now the current has got 3 paths. 1, 2, 3. So what will happen? Obviously it will get divided along 3 paths. How it will get divided? The path which has got lowest resistance, the more current will flow through that. The path which has got maximum resistance, the least current will flow through that. So suppose the current flowing through this is I1. Through this it is suppose I2. Through this it is suppose I3. Okay. Now what will happen? The same currents will reach here, this side. I1 will reach here, I2 will reach here, and I3 will reach here. And when they come and combine over here at this junction, what will get? Again I. Okay. And I will enter in the negative terminal. That's what will happen. So what you found? The current is different. Here if the potential difference of the battery that is applied is V. Okay. What you will find? According to the definition, the potential difference across them must be same. And what we can write according to that? No? From the diagram, what we can write? From the diagram, can we write I is equals to I1 plus I2 plus I3? Can we write this? And this is our equation number 1. Okay. Equation number 1 is I is equals to I1 plus I2 plus I3. You can see from here. This is the I which is dividing into 3 parts. And when these 3 parts are combining, we are getting again I. So we can write I is equals to I1 plus I2 plus I3. Okay. Now, next thing. According to definition, what we know? We know that potential difference across the resistors is going to be same. And that is V. So what we can write here? Can we write V is equals to I1 R1. V is equals to I2 R2. And V is equals to I3 R3. This is our equation number 2. This is for first resistor. Current, how much current is passing through it? I1. What is the resistance? R1. How much current is passing through second resistor? I2. What is the resistance? R2. What is the current passing through third resistor? I3. What is the resistance of third resistor? R3. So in this way we can get this. Okay, potential differences. And you can see the potential differences are same. Now what we can do from here? We can put these values from equation 2 in equation 1. Okay. So here I am going to put the values from equation 2 in equation 1. To put the values from equation 2 in equation 1, what we will get? from equations 1 and 2. What we will get? We will get I is equals to those were the values of V1, V2, okay. So what we have seen, I is equals to I1 was there, okay. And from that equation number 2, what we can get? I1 is how much? I1 is V upon R1. What is the value of I2? It was V upon R2. What was the value of I3? It was V upon R3. Okay, that's what we get. Because in equation 2, V is equals to I1 R1. So from there you can get I1 is equals to V by R1. Second equation, what second V is equals to I2 R2 was there. From there you can get I2 is equals to how much? V upon R2. Okay. In the same way for the third also you can get V upon R3. That's why I have kept those values in this equation. Okay. And now our equation looks like this. When it is looking like this, what we can take common from here, you can see. We can take V common, we will get 1 by R1 plus 1 by R2 plus 1 by R3. That's what we get. And let us just mark this equation number 3. Okay. Once we have marked this equation number 3, what we need to do? Let the equivalent resistance of the combination be Rp. Okay. So what we have taken, we have considered that let the equivalent resistance of the combination is Rp. That means whatever effect all the three resistance together in that combination is producing, same effect is produced by a resistor, okay, and whose value is Rp. Okay. So it is producing the equal effect, and single resistance is producing, single resistor is producing, and whose resistance is Rp. Now, as the total resistance of the circuit is Rp, what is the total potential difference of the circuit? It is V. What is the total current flowing in the circuit? It is I. So, according to Ohm's law, what we can write? Can we write V is equals to I Rp? This we can write. You might be wondering why I am writing Rp, because it is equivalent resistance in parallel combination. That's why I am writing Rp, okay. Now, from here, can we get the value of I? I is equals to V upon Rp. That's what we can get. Let us mark this equation number 4. Okay. Now, from equation 4, in equation 3, we are going to put the value of I. So, what we will write? From equations 3 and 4. 3 and 4. What will we get? Let's see. Equations 3 and 4. You can see this is equation 3. We are going to put the value from 4. So what we will get? We will get V upon Rp is equals to V into 1 upon R1 plus 1 upon R2 plus 1 upon R3. That's what we will get. You can see equation 3 is there. Okay. And equation 4 is also there. This value we are putting at the place of I here, and then we will get this. Okay. Now what we can do? Can we cancel V from there? So we can cancel V from there. What we will get? 1 by Rp is equals to 1 by R1 plus 1 by R2 plus 1 by R3. Okay. This is the formula to find the equivalent resistance in parallel combination. Now, the question comes, why we require this at all? Let's see why we require. Suppose you have got a resistors of 20 ohm and you require a resistance of 10 ohm to connect in a circuit which you are constructing, okay? Then what we will do? Let's see. Suppose this is a resistance of 20 ohm, okay? Here also you have got a resistance of 20 ohm. And you are going to connect them in parallel. So what will happen? Obviously, we will find the parallel combination. 1 by Rp is equals to 1 by 20 plus 1 by 20. Okay. So you can see the denominator is same, and we know that according to the rule of fractions, when denominator is same, then numerator simply can be added. So what we will get from here? 1 plus 1, 2, 2 by 20, and that is we can cancel 2. So what we will get? 1 by 10. So 1 by Rp is 1 by 10. So what is the value of Rp? Just reverse them. What you will get? Just reverse them, you will get 10 ohm. Okay. So that means we have got 10 ohm resistors by connecting two 20 ohm resistors in parallel. Okay. Further, suppose you require 5 ohm resistors. Then what you will do? Very nice. For getting 5 ohm resistor, again you have to use the same parallel combination. You have to use it again. How? Let me tell you how you can use that. You have got only 20 ohm resistors. This is 20 ohm. This is also 20 ohm. This is 20 ohm. This is also 20 ohm. Okay. Now, you are going to connect them in parallel. Now what will happen? 4 resistors are connected in parallel. Okay. Each of 20 ohm. What you can do? How can you find out the equivalent resistance? 1 by Rp is equals to 1 by 20 plus 1 by 20 plus 1 by 20 plus 1 by 20. Total 4 are there. So what you will get? You will get 1 by Rp is equals to, denominators are same, numerators can be added simply. So 1 plus 1 2 plus 1 3 plus 1 4. You will have 4 upon 20. And you know that 4 5 ja 20. So you will get 1 by 5. So 1 by Rp is 1 by 5. So Rp is how much? It is 5 ohm. Okay. See, this is the point where children used to make the mistake. After this, they just leave and they write 1 by 5 ohm many times. Don't make this mistake at all. You must reverse this and this also, so that you can get Rp is equals to 5 ohm. If you are not understanding in this way, you can just cross multiply. 5 into 1 is 5. Rp into 1 is Rp. So Rp is equals to how much? 5 ohm. So what you found? In parallel combination, the resistance gets reduced. So if you want to reduce the value of resistance, then you can use the parallel combination. And when you want to increase the value of resistance, then you require series combination. So, okay. Now see, these are the bulbs, okay. This is bulb B1, bulb B2, bulb B3 and bulb B4. What you can see, these all the 4 bulbs, B1, B2, B3, B4, they are connected in parallel with the battery, okay, of potential difference V. Here you can see the key, okay. Now see, when these bulbs are connected in parallel, as we have seen in series, what happens? If one of the bulb is fused or blown off, then the other bulbs are not going to glow. But what about in parallel combination? Let us see. If this bulb is blown off, then here circuit is incomplete. So current will not flow through this. But what about the other bulbs? You can see whatever current is coming from here, okay, it will come here and then get divided through this. See, this circuit is closed. This circuit is also closed. This circuit is also closed. So what will happen? The current will keep on flowing on these 3 and they will keep on glowing. Okay. But if this is blown off, suppose this is not blown off. Okay. This is blown off, then what will happen? Will the other bulbs get affected? Let's see. See here, the circuit starting from here and this is continuing, see. So this will glow. What about this? The same is the situation with this also. Circuit is complete, so closed, so it will also glow. For this, circuit is not closed, so current will not flow through this. For this, the circuit is closed, so current will flow through this. That means if a bulb is blown off or fused, then what will happen? Other bulbs will not stop glowing. If one device is blown off, okay, then what will happen? That doesn't mean that other devices will not work. That is the benefit with the parallel combination. And one more thing, see, all are getting same potential difference. Because we know that in parallel potential difference remains same. So when all are getting same potential difference, so they can work to the maximum of their capacity, okay, or full to their full efficiency, okay. But what happens in series combination? The potential difference is divided among them. In that, what happens? Some gets required potential difference, others don't get required. So when we are connected 3 bulbs in series, the first bulb will glow with the full brightness. Second will have very dim brightness, and third will not even glow also. Okay, so that happens in series combination. This happens in parallel combination. Okay. We already know this ammeter is used for measuring electric current, and voltmeter is used for measuring potential difference. Okay, and ammeter is a low resistance device. It is a low resistance device. Low resistance. And it is a high resistance device. Okay. So ammeter is a low resistance device and voltmeter is a high resistance device. Okay. If you are taking an ideal ammeter, no, then its resistance is considered to be 0. Ideal ammeter has got how much resistance? 0 resistance. Ideal voltmeter has got how much resistance? Infinite resistance. Now the question comes how to connect them in a circuit. See, this is a circuit which contains a bulb, a battery of potential difference V, a key which is closed. So obviously current will start flowing in this. Now, how to connect this ammeter? Suppose you are going to connect this ammeter in parallel with the bulb. How can you connect in parallel? Like this. Okay. We know that bulb has got filament, and filament has got high resistance because it is made up of a high resistance material, a material of high resistivity, which is called tungsten. Okay. Now what will happen? No, as the resistance of ammeter is low, so whatever is current is reaching here, we know that current always prefers the path having lower resistance. So most of the current will flow through the ammeter, and the small amount of current will flow through the bulb only. So will the bulb glow? No way, because very less current is flowing through this. Most of the current is passing through this. I can tell you with the help of example. Suppose this ammeter has got resistance of 2 ohm. Okay. And this bulb has got resistance of 100 ohm. And so suppose the current which is reaching here is how much? Is suppose 10 ampere. Okay. Now this current will get divided among these. Now how it will get divided? You can take suppose current reaching here is X. And so how much current will reach here? It is 10 minus X. Okay. But we know that one thing, in parallel the potential difference remains same. So what we can write? 10 minus X into 100 is equals to, the potential difference here is how much? I into R. What about here? Again I into R, that is 2X. Now you can get from here, 10 into 100 is 1000 minus 100 into X, 100X is equals to 2X. That's what you get. Now this 100X you can take that side. What you will get? 102X. 1000 is equals to 102X. Now what is the value of X? I can find here. I can remove this, okay, because you have already written, I think. So from there what we can get? X is equals to 1000 by 102. What you are going to get? 1000 by 102. When you divide 1000, just divide it. In the meantime, approximately how much you will get? 9.8 ampere. Okay. So how much current is going to flow through this? It is 9.8. Now let us find out this current also. This is how much? 10 minus X, that is 10 minus 9.8. So what you will get? 0.2 ampere current is going to flow through this bulb. As 0.2 ampere current will flow through this only. So will it glow? Not at all. And that's why what we need to do, we need not connect in the parallel combination. What? Ammeter. So how to connect this? We should always connect this ammeter in series combination. And see, ammeter has got polarity also. So positive of the ammeter should be there connected with the positive of the battery and negative on the other side. In this way, we must connect this ammeter. It has got low resistance. So low resistance, if we connect it to 100, okay, in series, it is not going to increase its value more. It will just, it will not affect the value of the total resistance of the circuit more, okay. Instead of 100, it will become 102. That's not big change, okay. So that's why ammeters are connected always in series. Now next, what about the voltmeters? You know, voltmeter is a high resistance device. And if you are connected to this high resistance device in series, then what will happen? Resistance of the bulb plus resistance of the voltmeter. What will, suppose you are connecting voltmeter here in series. It is a high resistance device. So resistance of this plus resistance of this will become very, very high. As resistance becomes very high, we know that I is equals to V by resistance, or rather resistance series, because these are in series. So if this, as this value will be very high, the current in the circuit will become very, very small. As current becomes very, very small, bulb will not glow. Okay. For example, we can take, suppose the resistance of this is 10,000 ohm. So, and suppose potential difference here is 10 volt. So what will happen? What will be the current? See, when this voltmeter is not connected, then what is the current? Suppose ammeter I am not considering here, okay. Let us remove this. Okay. If the voltmeter is not connected, then what we can write? We can write 10 by 100. So what we will get? 1 0 cancels out. We will get 0.1 ampere. So 0.1 ampere current it was drawing and it was glowing. But what happened? As you connected the voltmeter, the resistance has become how much? 10,100. So I is equals to 10 by 10,100. Sorry. Okay. Now, when you divide this 10 by 10,100, rather you cancel 1 0 and you will have 1. You will have 1 by 1001. So you will have 1 by 1001. 1010. So not 1. 1010. So what you will get? You will get 0.00099. Something like this you will get. That means you can write it is approximately, you can write 0.001 equal, right? Okay, approximately. And that is, see, how many times less than this? Decimal place is here 3 places, here 1 place. That means this is 100 times less. That means current which is passing through this circuit is 100 times less. So bulb will not glow, and that's why we cannot connect this voltmeter in series. So how we can connect this? We can connect it in parallel. Why? Because in parallel, if it is connected, then whatever current is flowing through the circuit, what will happen? It will, the most of the current will pass through the bulb, because the resistance of the voltmeter is higher than the bulb, and least current will pass through this. So bulb will keep on glowing. Also, in parallel, we know that resistance decreases. As the resistance decreases in parallel, so the resistance will become lesser. As it will become lesser, what will happen? More current will flow through the circuit. And that's why voltmeter is connected in parallel. One more thing. This is positive, so here it will be positive terminal of voltmeter, here negative terminal of voltmeter. Okay. Now I am going to draw a full circuit diagram for connecting this voltmeter and ammeter. How to connect this? Okay. Diagram for connection of voltmeter and ammeter. Suppose this is a bulb. Okay. And here you have got ammeter. Here you have got battery. Here you have got key, which is closed. This is key. This is voltmeter. Positive, negative. This is positive. This is negative. And here you have got bulb. Again you will have voltmeter here. Okay. Which has got positive and negative. So in this way we used to connect the voltmeter and ammeter in a circuit. Okay. See how we connect, which is in parallel, which is in series. First thing. Second thing, just take care of their polarities, positive and negatives. Okay. Actually, the question asked on this is that they used to give 3 or 4 figures. Okay. And they will connect this voltmeter sometimes in series, ammeter in parallel, okay, and sometimes they will inverse the polarities also, and you have to select the circuit which is connected properly, okay, that will be your answer. So this way they used to ask the questions many times, and sometimes they ask why this voltmeter is connected in parallel, why this ammeter is connected in series. So this type of questions also asked in the examination. Okay, with this, thank you to all of you. And again, also I will tell you, you must use the mask when you are moving out, okay, and take care of yourself and your family, and keep on studying. Thank you.